Today we'll be reviewing Boruto episode 162, Escaping the Titan Net. This was a pretty interesting episode. I haven't really gotten the time to review the anime. One, because the plot is pretty, sometimes just slow overall. And two, because I'm busy, but these past two episodes have been very interesting to the point where I wish they were in the manga. The anime studio's been doing a pretty good job adding these actuation arcs or these prelude arcs to manga arcs. Another reason I'm reviewing this episode is because I saw the preview for the next episode, and that's what really piqued my interest. But first, let's go over this episode and talk about some key points. So, after the last episode, Boruto and Konohamaru were being hunted down by a bunch of thugs from the town because they think that they have treasure, but they don't. And I thought maybe we were going to see Konohamaru and Boruto take them on, but as cool as that would be, they probably shouldn't, since they've already been falsely accused of killing the mistress and the butler, and they only came on a mission here for Hashirama cells. So after that, Boruto meets Sarada and Mujino. Then they have to separate because Boruto stinks and they have to get rid of the smell. And I like how Mujino just tells Boruto to jump inside the sewer water, like that's just fine. And Boruto's like, no, I'm not doing it, and I'd say the same. And then Mujino just ends up tripping him and letting him fall inside the water. And it's funny because it doesn't actually work anyway. Instead, Boruto just smells like crap now. So after that, while that's going on, Konohamaru and Sarada are trying to figure out how to go after the thieves. And Sarada suggests that they go to the black market, which was smart by Sarada. So Konohamaru transforms into Kirasaki and heads there. And then when Boruto finally gets that smell off of him, he ends up getting chased down by dogs. So then we see Konohamaru disguised as Kirasaki at the black market, but they end up knowing that it's Konohamaru and that it's a leaf ninja, so they have to bail him out. What I want to know is how'd they find out that they were leaf ninja in general? Like, did those dudes in purple just decide to blame leaf ninja without knowing that they were from the leaf, or does he actually know that they're from the leaf? Because they took their headbands off way before they met those dudes in the bar, so I wonder if we'll get an answer to that before the end of this arc. So after Sarada bails Konohamaru out by breaking the rooftop, they end up running, and meanwhile Boruto says that he knows the fastest way to escape, and then shows up with an airship to rescue them. And that was probably the hypest moment of the episode because it was completely unexpected. And if you're a manga reader, you were probably thinking what I was thinking when you first saw the airship in the beginning of the arc, and you were probably wondering if is it that airship that's going to appear later. But we got our answer in this episode because it definitely wasn't, considering that they blew this one up with rocket launchers and crashed it into a building. And as this is going on, I'm thinking, damn, they really just stole this ship, blew it up while it's in their possession. So who's paying for this? Because everyone knows, or at least thinks, it was Hidden Leaf Ninja. So this is either coming out of Naruto's wallet or the village's budget. The art and animation while the ship was blowing up looked pretty good. There's nothing else to really talk about art and animation wise since we didn't have too many fights in this chapter. I was so ready for them to start going all out in that scene where they're surrounded by a bunch of thugs. And to me, that was a clear reference to the Land of Waves arc, where we saw Gato's thugs surrounding Naruto and the group after everything was over. And in a similar fashion, in this episode, we saw that boy, the kid from the last episode who was stealing from them, and he bails Boruto and the others out by taking them through a secret passageway that no one knows about aside from him and his buddies. Last time it was, I guess in the Land of Waves arc, it was the villagers that decided to finally stand up. This time, we have this one random kid, and he decides to take them through a passageway that no one else knows about but him. And then we find out that he owes them because the girl that Mitsuki gave his blood cells to was actually his sister. How convenient. So Mitsuki's cells are going to be the new Hashirama cells of the series. That aside, it was nice seeing Mitsuki again since we haven't seen him for a few episodes now. And he likes seeing Boruto too because the first thing he does is take a whiff of him and says that he smells strange. Classic Mitsuki. So after that, they start planning a strategy to escape and find the guys who stole the Hashirama cells. And the boy helps them out with that too because he offers them his help. He offers them not only a passageway that only he and his friends know, but also within a few seconds he manages to find out the location of the purple-haired dudes who escaped. So I have to suspend disbelief and just go along with all this convenient stuff. But that aside, after that we switch over to Deepa, who's eating in a restaurant, And he says it tastes like sand after eating this really nice looking steak. I think they went out of their way to make that food look extra good. And then to have him say it tastes like sand. To me, that's just them trying to highlight that he may be artificially created, similarly to Ku from that one arc in the Hidden Stone Village. That, or he's been genetically modified to the point where he lost his sense of taste. And he says that he came all the way to the sticks, so he deserves to have a little fun. And as he pays the bartender, we kind of notice that everyone in the background in the bar is dead, including the bartender. I wonder what his ability is. It doesn't seem to be anything extremely destructive, like the other car members that we've seen, because we saw him throwing a knife and he hit the target with ease. So I'm wondering if he has some sort of striking power that directly hits or paralyzes someone. But we'll probably find out in the next episode based on the preview. So at the end of the episode, we see them all split up, and Mujino and Konohamaru go one way, and Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki go the other way to search for the brothers. And then they end up getting ambushed by these three Cloud Ninja, who are also after the Hashirama cells, seemingly. Crazy to think that Hashirama died at least over 60 years ago, and they still want his cells. Like, this man will never die in peace. So overall, this was a pretty good episode. I'd give it a nice 8 out of 10, especially for an anime original arc. And I think they're doing a great job setting up what's going to happen with the manga stuff that's coming soon. And in the episode preview, we see Deepa in action. So like I was saying earlier, we don't really know what his abilities are. And I'd like to see Konohamaru take him down because he has no major fights in the Boruto series at all. I feel like Konohamaru hasn't done anything major since the Pain arc, and that's saying something. But let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, and bye.